Hello, you beautiful creatures. How the devil are you? I hope you're okay. If you're new here, my name is Lou, or Lucifer, as my friends like to call me. By my friends, you know the rest. You've probably noticed that I am not horrendously in the best of moods at the moment, and that is mainly because Lockdown 3.0 has been announced. Now, for me personally, I felt like I've been in lockdown since November. So the last time I really worked, I finished in November and then I was put on furlough. So I've been on furlough for going on 2 months now, I think. Yeah, going on 2 months. So going from a really stressful time for our company with the Halloween event to not doing anything at all and seeing my friends at work over the Christmas event like it's nobody's fault. It's basically because in the tier we were in, no indoor theatre was allowed, and because I was a part of that area I couldn't really do anything. But I'm happy that people got to work over Christmas and it seemed like it went really well. So why am I here today? This is a spur of the moment video, which is why my makeup is so horrendous. It's not perfect, but neither am I, let's be honest. And I've got my Mandalorian sweatshirt on as well, just because I miss that so much and it would make this lockdown so much better. I digress. So why are we here? We are here because, like I said, I've been in lockdown since the dawn of time, it feels, and dinosaurs roamed the earth. And I know that this lockdown might be a lot harder than the other lockdowns, particularly because I feel like with every lockdown we have, our tolerance for it kind of wanes a little bit more. So in the first lockdown, I saw all these amazing things being done and these people hitting goals and doing these wonderful things with their time and reconnecting with the kids and this, that and the other. Second lockdown, there was still a little bit of that, not as much, but this lockdown I really feel like nobody wants to do that. Everybody's tired of this whole lockdown thing, which, yeah, it's understandable, but it's probably one of the best things we can do right now. I'm not gonna go into my political views because I don't want my channel to be that. I want this channel to be as little to do with politics as possible. However, that is why I'm here, because I have been on furlough for so long. I've kind of picked up a few tips to help me get through lockdown, to get through furlough. So I just wanted to share them with you guys. I know this lockdown is going to be hard, but I really hope that what I tell you, I can influence you and inspire you to maybe carry on a few of these things. So we'll get right into it, shall we? Number 10, clean something. So when I first went into lockdown, our house was a tip. Our house is always a tip. You can tell by my bedroom, my house is a tip. I've tried to make the whole setup quite nice and relevant for what I'm doing. However, the rest of the floor, you don't even want to know. And having a space that you've cleaned, it doesn't just feel better to look at, it kind of feels better mentally because you're actually sat in a space that's clean, that's nice, you're not sat in rubbish. Psychologically, if you are sat in rubbish and you are sat in a horrible space, you're not going to feel great. Whereas if you clean something, no matter how big or small, it makes you feel so much better, and it can kind of get you into a cleaning routine as well. We've started getting back into a cleaning routine and it's really helping us out. So definitely consider cleaning something again, no matter how big or how small. Number 9, change your clothes. I know lockdown is really weird. My tootsies are like slapping together like this and I don't know why. Lockdown is really weird because it kind of feels like those days after Christmas, you know, where you don't really know what's going on and you feel like just staying in your pajamas is the best thing in the world. I can guarantee you that feeling will run out very, very quickly. You'll start to feel lethargic, you'll start to feel unclean, really unclean. I spent a couple of my worst days not really changing and I just felt awful. I felt really, really awful. But by going through that routine of getting up in the morning, having a shower and getting changed, it honestly helped my outlook so much more. So maybe consider, like, even if you just get changed into a different pair of pajamas, then that's just as good. Number 8, set yourself a goal or a challenge. I feel like this is the most fun and developing one. We don't know how long this lockdown is going to be. We don't. A lot of people are saying that it's going to be mid-February, that things might kind of calm down a little bit. But again, we don't know if that's gospel. So maybe just set yourself a little goal of learning a few bits of a new language or learning a new skill. I learned how to use my sewing machine, and I'm starting to add that into my business. I am still waiting for fabric, but the fact that I've got that skill under my belt now makes me feel so much better. It doesn't even have to be anything massive. It could just be meditating for 5 minutes in the morning. Meditating is so good, especially for going to sleep. It could be putting your phone away 2 hours before you go to bed, and you will notice a dramatic change in how quickly you fall asleep and how your sleep pattern changes. Set a challenge that's going to help you personally, and you never know, that challenge or that skill or whatever you want to do could turn into something bigger when lockdown is over. Plus, it gives you things to talk about. I don't know about you, but in the last couple of lockdowns, talking to each other and not having anything we've done is the most depressing thing you can ever do. Like, just saying, hey, how are you? Yeah, great, cool, what have you been up to? Well, I've been sat looking at these 4 walls for the past month. What about you? Oh my god, same. You know what I mean? It gives you something to talk about. It might influence other people to do the same thing as well. And then you've got a conversation going, which is really good. So definitely consider taking on a challenge, even if it's like, I know I keep going on about weight loss, but that's because I'm doing that myself. So at the moment, you'll probably notice I'm not necessarily wearing t-shirts, I'm not wearing tight things, and that's because I'm doing what I call the baggy challenge. And I've got a load of sweatshirts and jumpers, and whilst I'm losing weight, I'm only going to wear baggy things when I'm out in public or when I'm vlogging. And then by April, that's when I've set for myself, I'm going to ask my photographer friend if I can have a photo shoot and see how my body's changed, and that's going to be my reward at the end of it, being able to wear the clothes that I want to without feeling self-conscious. That's the goal I've set myself. Obviously, it's not until the end of lockdown, I'm carrying it on until April, but it's completely up to you guys. 7 kind of goes hand in hand with number 8, learning a new skill. I learned how to use my sewing machine. I learned how to do more intricate things with my needle felting. I learned more about business, meditating, and that was all because I just kind of pushed myself to do it. There's so many things online that you can do, particularly on YouTube, like so many tutorials, and they are so easy to follow. So if you do want to go into sewing or anything like that, but you don't have a sewing machine, you don't need that. You can learn how to hand stitch. Same as just learning skills for, like, if you've got an office job, if there's anything you could do with computing, exercising skills, self-help skills. I know a lot of people wanted to go into mental awareness courses and being mental awareness officers. That was really nice as well. There's so much out there. I could talk for hours about how many things there are. Online courses, free YouTube videos. You could buy a book from a craft shop as well. Hobbycraft, when I went, there was not many books at all on beginner, like, tutorials and patterns and whatnot, and it's because people had so much free time that they just decided to dive headfirst into it, and it was really sweet to see. Baking as well. So many people took up baking, and it was crazy. When we tried going out to get ingredients for making a cake, no, it didn't happen. But it was nice to see that people were picking up that skill set. So yes, definitely 8 and 7 go hand in hand. pick up a new skill. 6, don't be lazy. I've been there. I have 100% been there. It is so easy to just sit in bed and feel like rubbish because everything is literally not what you want it to be. And I feel like because the year has only just changed, we've only just hit 2021. Shush, Ripley. She's giving me notifications. Because the year has only just started, I really hate the fact that people might consider this year as a write-off straight away, and this is just a year to hibernate and not do anything. You don't want to be like Billy Bob. Sorry, Billy Bob, but you know, you kind of don't pay any rent. Our relationship is very strained at the moment, as you can tell. I hope we make it through this lockdown. Life, as I said in the previous video, is way too short, and the fact that, you know, last year was a write-off. It was absolutely a write-off, going in and out of work, not knowing what's going on. It was a massive write-off. You don't want another year like that. We basically sat down and we wrote a list of everything we wanted to do this year, and Gareth did make a very valid point and say, oh well, we don't know what's going to happen. That's fine, because everything we haven't done this year, we can always carry it on to next year when things might be a little bit better. We don't know. We're still hoping that download's going to go ahead, so we're hoping. We're really, really hoping. And that's my point. Just, you know, sometimes if you are in that pit, that dark pit, and you know what I'm talking about, and you don't want to get up and you don't see any point, it is incredibly hard to get yourself out of that mindset. It really, really is. And I'm here to remind you to save yourself before you get into that mindset when it's a lot harder to get out of bed. Even if you just get out of bed, have a shower, put on some new clothes and vlog, do a journal, write a diary, do some cooking, clean. You've done something with that day already. You've made that day count rather than not doing anything at all with it. I really don't want people to use this year as another write-off. I really don't, because as you do get older, you do start regretting not doing things you want to do, and we're all still incredibly young. We are. I'm 25 this year, and there are years that I did nothing, and I do regret it immensely. When I was a teenager, you know, there was summer holidays where I did nothing, and it cripples me still. I could have started this channel so much earlier, gotten so many more subscribers and done so many more things, but I didn't. I'm just here to try and tell you not to fall into that trap. Please don't be lazy. I'm saying it with as much love as possible, but it's like tough love. So I know you won't. I hope you won't. Get your butts out of bed. Number 5, do something you've always wanted to do. Within reason, of course. Obviously, because we can't go out and meet our friends, and we've got... Oh, he's got a band t-shirt on. What band is it? I think it's Slipknot. I'm pretty sure it's Slipknot. I am so sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I just got really excited to see another person wearing a band t-shirt, because the town I live in is so small, and just I feel like I'm the only person that gets looked at like I'm gonna be burnt at the stake in the evening. So I got really excited. Do something that you've always wanted to do something fun. So the other day we decided to do the Hobbit trilogy, even though Battle of Five Armies is the worst part of it and it shouldn't have been made. No one should have died, and it didn't happen. But I digress. We've wanted to do a movie marathon for ages. So even if you do like a Harry Potter movie marathon or a Lord of the Rings movie marathon, extended edition, of course. We're not quitters here. We die like women and men. Do what makes you happy. If you look at a few things on like your bookshelf or in your DVD rack and you know that they're collecting dust and you've always wanted to watch them or read something, do it. Please do it, because when everything blows over and we get back to our jobs that take up the majority of our time, we're not going to have time to do it. So this is the time. Start drawing, follow that passion that you want to, start writing those chapters for the story you've got an idea for. It's so important to remember that life isn't about work. It's not. It's about life. It's about having this enriching experience and following the dreams we want to follow. Work just helps us with that financially. Don't get me wrong, I'm in a very fortunate place where my place of work, it is one of my dreams to get there, but it's not my life. And it's taken lockdown and doing this to realise that it's not my life. So even if you just pick up a camera for a couple of minutes and just have a little bit of a chat, you're following something you enjoy, looking at planes out the window or researching those trains that you want to look at. Anything, it could be absolutely anything. Just do the things you enjoy within reason, because you never know when you might have this amount of time again. Or communicate with your friends and your family. This is a doozy. This really is a doozy. It can be so isolating, what's going on with us at the moment. And I live an hour or so away from my parents and my grandparents and my uncle. My sisters, well, my older sister lives in Amsterdam, but my other sister lives an hour or so away, and I can't see them physically at the moment. I've only really seen them physically for one day in probably going on close to a year, and it really, really hurts. I'm getting emotional, but we'll carry on. If you've got the means to do it and you miss your family and you miss your friends, make dates, make girly dates. I have a group of girls, I keep going on about them because they are fantastic. We are making dates to chat to each other for a couple of hours, maybe twice a month, depending on how busy we are. I'm not busy at the moment because I'm furloughed, but the fact that I've got that support network there with my friends, with my girlfriends and my family, so I will designate the weekend to speaking to my mum and dad, and obviously whenever my grandparents, my sister, they're free, because my sister's a key worker, so is my mum. It's about time, it's about making those dates and, you know, just keeping in contact with people. Don't sit in silence, because that can cripple you. It really, really can, especially if you're not a family person, you're not particularly friends with a lot of people. Even if you're just a part of groups on Facebook, 9 times out of 10 they're going through the exact same thing you are, and you can get that conversation started with people. I've recently joined a Witchcraft for Beginners group, and they are phenomenal. They really are phenomenal. If you have a question or an issue, or you're lonely, they will talk to you. They want to talk to you and be your friend. Same with the download group, same with Download Mental Health. There's always someone commenting if people need them. So check in on your family, check in on your friends. If you haven't got those options, maybe join a couple of groups on Facebook, and honest to God, you won't feel as alone. 3, exercise. This is the worst one. Let me just take a sip. Why does this smell like tobacco? Number 3, exercise. Yes, a lot of people don't like the idea of exercise. I didn't like the idea of exercise, but it's not a case of it's just for your health anymore. It's a case of when I exercise, so I will do a set of weightlifting exercises in the morning, and then I'll either do aerobics, running, or a HIIT workout in the evening. I can get to sleep. That's the main one. Yes, losing weight, getting stronger, that's all fine and dandy. That's a goal I want to do personally, but it's not for everybody. big problem with lockdown is sleep and not being able to sleep, and it is the worst feeling in the world. It really is. When you can't sleep and you just can't switch off, then you develop insomnia, then you start developing bad habits. So sleeping during the day, that's one of the worst things you can do for your mentality. Becoming lazy, not having any inhibitions, your mental health starts to go down. It's a massive knock-on effect. Whereas if you've got those things in place, even if you are just using your time to go outside, to go on a walk, that's one of the best things you can do. I'm not trying to push the idea on getting fit and healthy for this reason, this exercise reason. I'm just saying it could really help you with sleeping, and I know it's helped me personally. I also do meditation in the evening as well to help me to switch off. I've started looking at my phone less and less in the evening as well. I'm really bad at communicating at the best of times, but now it's less of a being bone idle and more of a I need to stop doing this for my own mental health and physical health. Exercise will honestly save you. If you're furloughed and you're not working at the moment, if you had such an energized job before you went on furlough, do you see what I mean? You're so used to spending all that energy and making you tired to suddenly, oh, I haven't got that anymore, so I need to do something in its place to help me to sleep again. I just want to look out for you guys, particularly with sleeping, because I've seen no end of things on Facebook where people have just been going on about the fact that they can't sleep and it's really crippled them. Number 2, routine. Routine is so important. As someone who's been on furlough for going on 3 months, I've really had to stick to some kind of routine. For an example from me, I will get up in the morning, I will have a shower. Whilst I'm having a shower, I will do some grounding and protection exercises from my witchcraft journey, and that really helps me to have a positive mindset. Doing meditation in the shower is great because it's about cleansing yourself. So if you've had bad dreams or you had a really bad night the night before, use that time in the shower to kind of cleanse yourself, not just mentally but physically as well. Just imagine as you're having a shower, maybe you're breathing in like a white energy, and as you breathe out, you're breathing out all the gunk and all the horrible things. I guarantee you, it sounds crazy, but it really, really helps. I didn't meditate for 1 day and I lost my mind, and me and Gareth had a proper falling out. Did not end well. I will meditate whilst in the shower. I will then have my breakfast, brush my teeth, and then I will either work on a video for you guys. I will work on my needle felting business depending on if I have any orders. If not, I will work on products that I want to put out for people, whether that's sewing or felting. Then I'll plan my food as well. So I'll try and aim for morning breakfast. Obviously, I kind of have a massive gap for breakfast, and then 3 o'clock I will either have toast or I will have a smoothie, a fruit smoothie, and then between 6 and 7 I will have dinner, and that's it. After that, nothing. Just because I'm kind of intermittent fasting as well. That works for me personally, but having those windows of where I'm going to eat my food really helped me to make a routine. So it's like working out what I can do in between those windows as well, and working in my exercise routines as well. So I've got alarms set on my phone to tell me when to do my weights workout and when to do my aerobics workout, and that really helps me out as well. But just make a routine that is comfortable for you, maybe pushes you a little bit, maybe includes exercise, includes cleaning, includes eating at proper times. And you never know, when you get back into working full time, you can really incorporate that skill of routine into your everyday life then, and it will make you feel a lot better in general. Number 1, use the time you have now to take care of yourself. I think because we live in a world where work is everything and we just need to keep going, we don't have that time to look after ourselves. It's really important to use the time we have now to learn how to look after ourselves, to learn how to learn self-care. I learned to take a bath every now and again. I learned how to use my moisturizer more. I learned how to drink water more. So I always had this tip from my older sister that if your lips are really, really chapped, then you are not hydrated at all. Also, if your pee's really dark, don't let your pee get really dark unless you're drinking heavily on a night out, then that's fine, but only a one-off. What were we talking about again? Oh yes, self-care. So I will set up a routine. I will have a bath maybe once or twice a week, and during that time I will use that as a relaxation period. I have cut down on my social media time in the evenings as well. Obviously learning to eat a lot healthier, working out. It's not... Self-care isn't about how much money you spend on yourselves on payday. It's really not, because that is so fleeting. Self-care is learning when enough's enough, your body needs time to rest and to just heal yourselves. So you have that time now to learn to listen to your body, basically, and how to communicate with your body and learn what its needs are outside of obviously going to the toilet, eating food, this, that and the other. And I guarantee you, if you use this time to look after your body mentally and physically before you go back into the world of work again, and you carry those lessons you've learned with you, your life will feel so much more fulfilling. You know, yes, work hard, but also work smart. Know when your limits are, know when you can push yourself, know when you need a break, know when you need that bath, or you just need that pamper evening, or that you should be exercising, that you should be drinking that water. And that's basically all I've got for the self-care thing. I've learned a lot from being furloughed for such a long time, and that's why I can say to you guys honestly about using these tips, because I've had to use them. I've had to learn how to create a routine for myself and to not go crazy whilst this whole thing is going on. And because I'm following what I've told you guys, I feel so much better in myself. I feel so much more confident. I feel so much more connected to what my body needs. And I really hope that I can help you with that. I'm only a small channel, you know, I've been looking at my views and I don't get many, which is fine, but if I can touch at least one or two people out there who may be suffering with this, or maybe you're feeling lost and you don't know what to do, if I can help you, then I've done my job. This isn't about the views, this isn't about how many people who have subscribed to me, but it'd be nice if you did. I'm contradicting myself. Good. I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I really hope it helps you guys out. If it has, please let me know. If there's anything you might be struggling with, pop it down in the comments below. I know exactly how you feel. I've been in this position for a long time now, so I like to think I know what I'm talking about. And that's all I've got for this video, guys. I know that I said that I'd be posting up every Sunday, however I feel like I want to do more, just because people might not know how to spend their time and they might be feeling a little bit lonely, and if I can fill that void for a little bit, I'd like to do that. So I'm going to endeavour to start reading kind of spooky, scary horror stories, only short ones, only little ones, and real paranormal experiences. Maybe aiming to do that every Friday, and then doing my standard video that I always do on a Sunday. Let me know what you think about that, if there's anything specific you want me to do, any challenges, any certain types of videos. Please let me know, because I really want to do things that you guys enjoy, okay? Thank you so much for watching my video again. If you really liked what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out and helps me to remember that I'm not a crazy person just talking to a camera. I hope you've had a good day. Yeah, if you haven't, that's really okay. Remember, tomorrow's a new day. See you later, guys. Bye.